Zoom?
It's connecting.
Okay. Does it go to Facebook too? Or-
Not at the same time. You can only do one or the other. That's why other one is coming here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Hey guys. Does it go to Facebook too?
Not
Yeah,
at the
it goes to Facebook too.
That's why.
Who's on there?
Oh, hold on one second.
Account.
Are you guys there? Oh, they're muted.
Okay.
Asked to unmute.
Unmute. What's it? Okay.
They're muted.
Denny, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Walter?
Hey, Bob, how's it going?
Can you guys hear me?
How do I change that?
It's not unmuting then. Huh?
I'm asking them to unmute.
Hey guys, can you unmute?
Hey, Bob.
Who's that, Denny or Walter?
There you go.
Okay,
Hey, guys.
You got it? Okay, good. Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
Yep, very good. How you doing today, Bob?
I'm doing good. I just got to figure out the connection.
I know, it's crazy this morning.
I know, it's crazy. It's good stuff going on though. You know, it's all starting to come together. I've got probably 20 or 30 text messages from different people in the field today. They're all getting ready to start ripping on this. But you know, right now you guys are leading the pack up.
Okay. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you clearly. Just the video isn't showing right now currently.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it on right now. Actually, we should turn it on, and then we'll start streaming on YouTube too, right?
Okay. Yeah, I see you guys are going to be having some severely hot weather today. Be careful out there.
Oh, 111 is nothing. You're not gonna believe this.
125.
Oh, in Vegas? I thought it was 111. The other 2 weeks ago, we're driving down, coming back to our house. We're on the freeway, and I looked down at the thermometer and said 119. And
Yeah.
I told Amy, I said, it's 119 outside right now. And then we got home 10 minutes later, and I said, yeah, it's dropped down to a cool, breezy 116.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, we're over 100 degrees. It's only 80 some odd degrees, but with the humidity heat index, it's about 104 right now.
Wow.
I put it so you guys could share your video. I think you have to start it from your side.
Okay.
Yep. Got it.
Walter's on it.
There you go. Hey, Walter.
Hey, Danny, how's it going?
Sorry, you guys are going to see my kitchen because we tried the backdrop, and it was just not working properly with all the lighting and everything.
Yeah, I know. I sit actually just off our kitchen. What's behind me is the patio, and you get a lot of light coming in, so it's probably the best. Sometimes in the evening when I do it, but hey, you know what? Denny just had a cup of coffee, honey. Can I get a cup of coffee? So you guys are killing it out there. I'm getting some great feedback from you guys, you know, in the field, telling us lots of issues, small things that we need to do to make it easier for you guys to do your job. But I just finished up a call a few minutes ago, talking about the explosiveness of the business model and how it can blow up pretty quickly. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Okay, great.
I just mute it so when you're talking, you don't hear anything in the background.
Yeah. So we're live right now on YouTube. Are we going to be able to see the people's questions?
You can see them here.
Oh, I can see them there. Okay, perfect.
Let me get my iPad.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is have both of you kind of give, you know, just a pitch, how you went about doing it, because if we can take the intimidation factor out of calling on a restaurant, and I'll just give you one that happened yesterday, and then I want you guys to walk these people through how you went about it. But yesterday, one of our people down in San Diego was driving through a McDonald's of all places. And she said, oh, I'm going to go pitch this to the owner, right? Because she knew it was a franchise. So she went in, and right away, the assistant manager came on to talk to her. He dropped everything immediately and called the manager, and then the manager got in touch with the owner, and she's got an appointment because the savings, the pitch was not that difficult. Within 2 minutes, they got it. And the savings are so enormous. There wasn't even a contest that she had to sell them. It was like, how do I sign up? So, but anyway, guys, this is Denny Adams, and then also Walter Thello's on. So I wanted both of these, as you guys know, they're neck and neck in the race, in the hunt. So I wanted them just to give you guys a quick little background, how they went about selling and closing. And we closed another half a dozen restaurants last night. So we're just going to continue building as everybody starts to go to work. So you want to jump on that, Danny?
Yeah, I use things like this, guys. You know, when I go out, I use things like this. I made flyers, for one. It has a QR code on it. You know, it didn't cost me like 20, 25 bucks. It's on good paper. I hand it out to the restaurant owners and their managers. I talk to anyone, even the hostess. Every time I go into a business, you know, I'm polite, whoever I'm speaking to, you never know. You got to get your business cards done. Everyone's got their business cards with the QR codes. I've got it in English and Spanish. Bob was talking about books. This is my new book, Zen Your Work. I love it.
Yeah. No, it's a great book.
And the other thing is too, is that you have things that you can print out, which is very advantageous for you guys. And one of those is this here, is having the list of the pricing, the comparison sheet that they have on the back office. And I also keep a list when I go out there. I write all these restaurants, and I'll put next to it David De Los Santos and I go out together as a team. We put down our names. This is Denny's, this is David's, etc. And then we put down the business name and the person we spoke to. And then I put it in an Excel spreadsheet within a couple days or a week at the most. And I have all this list and I compile it all together. And I just think, you know, I know there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of glitches that people are talking about, or what Bob may have done, or we have done, or whatever. At the end of the day, you got to take the bull by the horns. You got to take ownership. You can't keep saying this, someone did this wrong or someone did that wrong. Let's collaborate and work together. The negativity doesn't excel you to the next level. The positivity will take you to the next level. My philosophy is events plus response equals outcome. So if the events are we're complaining, or if the events are this is what's going on, you know, with the company and everything else, these are our responses. We're going to be negative. We're going to complain. The outcome is what? Negative. But if we turn that around and say, you know what? This is my baby. I'm birthing this baby like your mom. You got the baby going and you're getting ready to give birth like a mother does. And take it to the next level. Bob has his part he's working on. We have our part we're working on. We both take ownership at the end of the day, and we strive to climb that mountain and achieve that goal. And the only way to do it is hit the streets, talk to the businesses, be with them one-on-one. Don't sit there and say, look, I'm waiting for this, waiting for that. I've been in West Palm. I've been in Palm Beach. I've been in Delray, Boca Raton. My next step next week, I'm going to Plantation with Davey. We're going to hit it hard. We hit the streets hard. And I also have another job too, you know, but we have to do what we got to do, work out that schedule and just be positive. I know everyone is frustrated over different things, but take that negative energy and turn it into energy that will propel your business. Get excited. You ever have gone camping before and you see you got the campfire going, you're like wondering why the fire's not burning up and everything. There's a thing inside of a tree called pitch. You take the pitch and you put it inside the fire and it inflames it. And it's incredible. And it keeps the fire burning. And that's what you guys got to do. You got to find your pitch, put it inside your business and run with it. But you got to get organized. You got to get like I said, these flyers, like I've already said, and I know some of you who've invested $5,000 or $7,000 when I was talking to Davey. And you know what? I'm excited you guys are doing it, but let's take it a next step further and say, you know what? Bob's got his piece. Everybody's saying, when are we going to have the commercials, or when are we going to have this? I have a guy, he was working on mine. He's charged me only $100, and I can't wait. I thought it was going to be ready. He's going to have the video. As soon as that video is ready, whether today or tomorrow, I'm going to put it up on Facebook for you guys to see on Trip. And I'm going to try to put it on a few other things so you guys can see the video. And I mean, for what it's worth, $100, and we have to collaborate together. You know how many times that I've sat there and I've wrote, or I've typed in, here's my cell phone number, blah, 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 call me. Out of all those times, I've had one guy call me. I'm waiting for all these other guys that are go-getters like me who want to hit the pavement and get going. And when I go on these businesses and I've asked them, has anyone stopped by? I went to hundreds of restaurants, and they about 200 some odd restaurants so far since last Wednesday. And, I know it's going to pick up. It's hard to get the DM, the decision maker, but you talk to the managers, build rapport with them, have a positive energy. And next thing you know, they say, I really like this. Let's go with it. So let's pump it up. Let's get the fire started, and let's see Trip exceed.
Hey, thanks, Denny. That's great advice. It's really about taking action and responsibility for yourself. That's what entrepreneurship is about. It's about self-starting, getting up every day, smile on your face. Might not be a fun day, or you had a bad day yesterday. So make every day that you wake up a great day. I've been doing this, like you guys know, forever, because I'm an old guy, but I get up every day working and smiling because I love the energy I get, like talking to Denny or Walter, and watching people now is the gratification that I'm going to get because of 18 months, 2 years of hard work. It's going to start paying off big time. And you guys are going to see, we have a monster, and I'm going to get into that when we start talking about the business, and we're doing some neat stuff you're going to see start showing up in the next 4 or 5 days. Walter, you want to jump on and give a little bit too?
Sure. I'll try to follow Danny.
Hey, Walter, where are you right now, man?
This is my, the background is my motivation. This is what I want to be in about 6 months.
That's beautiful. I'll be right there with you.
All right. So to follow Danny, I'm trying to bounce off of him. Everything he says with the same thing that I'm doing. I have my own flyers that I create, and you can see that. But what I want to tell you guys is have your pitches, practice your pitches. You're going to have a 5-second pitch. You're going to have a 1-minute pitch. Sometimes you're going to have longer. You have to bounce off the energy that the management is giving you. The one restaurant that I signed up, literally I was about to go home and I just saw this restaurant. I saw somebody outside look like the manager, and I just walked by and just gave him a quick 30-second pitch. And I gave them a flyer, and they called me back the same day. So you wanted to have a meeting with you. And I signed them up within like 2 days. So they are the first restaurant I signed up. Yesterday, I went to 14 restaurants, and 3 of them scheduled meetings with me to have them registered.
See, there you go. It's crazy. One of the things, Walter, didn't Art called, we make phone calls. We have the white glove thing we're doing right now. So Art called, I think, your restaurant yesterday, and the guy called you immediately, I think I heard. And
I was in the restaurant, and he came up and said, hey, your vice president just called me and says, Uber and DoorDash never done that.
Yeah.
So they're feeling it.
So we have a whole team. That's why I say, if you guys sell them, that's not the last thing you should ever do for a customer. You should always go back to the restaurant, visit. But the last thing you really have to do is close them. And then Courtney's team takes over from there, and she's got her stuff that she does internally as a team. And then she hands that off to Art's team, and that's the white glove. So they do everything in the customer service, from calling the restaurant, thanking them, onboarding them, getting, if it's a POS integration or a tablet, they get that, they follow up. This is the user experience that we want to create, exactly what Walter's doing, exactly what Denny's doing, and then start closing restaurants. And then we come in and hold the hand and make sure that you guys, all you got to do is keep opening more restaurants, and we keep servicing them with a great customer experience. But go ahead, Walter, because I thought that was great, particularly getting real-time feedback like that really boosted the morale in the company,
Yeah, they loved it because it gives them a little more of a VIP kind of feeling that actually somebody from higher up in the company gave them a call. Basically, everything Danny says, everything I'm doing, I'm getting names down, making a report to the restaurant, and they loving me. As soon as I tell them what we're doing for them, they automatically start asking more questions and just bounce off their energy. You know, if
Yeah.
you see that they're not into it, just give them the information and have them call you back.
You,
If they ask
you want
more
to
questions,
explain the reason you put a QR code on there for everybody? Because a lot of people don't understand how the QR code works.
Well, the QR code sends them to a website, and that website, what it does, it gathers their information. So I have the email address, phone number, and that way I can always go back and call them up, and and whoever filled out that information, I can call them right back.
No, it's all you guys. The testimonial is the most powerful thing because you already did it. So you broke the ice. You got your first deal. You guys are working on your second and thirds and fourth deals. And that's the key. Once you break the ice and you start getting confidence and you get the feedback and you know how to answer the questions, it's pretty relatively easy to close the restaurant.
That is so true.
But I really appreciate you guys jumping on. All I can do is congratulate you. And we're going to start, I like this whole thing. Like, you guys are in the horse race right now. I think was it the Derbies today, so it's pretty appropriate. But I want to thank both of you guys. You've been terrific. Walter, I know you've been around for 100 years with us, so I appreciate that too. Denny, I know you've been around for like 15 months, right? Something like that.
Yeah, 15 months to 18 months I've been with you guys. So I commend Walter.
It tells me about your character and also your vision to see what really can happen. The earning power in this is so staggering. I mean, it's not everybody's going to sign up 10 or 20 or 30 or 50, but some guys are going to sign up 100 because they want to get in that, high six-figure, mid six-figure number, and they can.
Well, yeah. Bob, too, listen to this. If you got 100 restaurants, they're doing 12 a day.
Yeah.
That's 1,200 a day.
Right.
Multiply the math. And that's not including our sign-up fee of $65.
Yeah. And also the referral fee from the commissions for the subscription.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. And that's, if you're hungry and you're out of work right now, you just got to go to work. In a month, you could change your life. It's that easy with this thing. So anyway, guys, let me get on to my side of the presentation so we don't tie up everybody, but I want to thank you guys. Great job. Like I keep telling everybody, I'm going to be on the road once we get past the COVID or there's a vaccine or something, because, I don't want to get sick. So I'm going to stay where I'm at. But once I'm able to get running, I'm going to come out in the field, join you guys, we'll go to lunch, dinner, all of that kind of stuff. I love being in the field. Gives me a great thrill to be out there and find out what's going on with our business and talking to customers. We'll go to your restaurants that you have, right? So yeah. Easy. Oh, one quick thing that I wanted to tell you guys that's important because, and Walter and Denny both know this already, the restaurants have their own customers. So in the case of the one restaurant that Denny signed up, they have 3,000 followers on their Instagram. So as that starts to get out there, and we talked about the power of the business model, those 3,000 people, the restaurant will reach, Denny will work with them, or any restaurant, whoever sells them should be working with them to reach their customers, because that's added power to bring that customer back into the restaurant, okay, or start deliveries. The delivery service business, so you know, is up 40% right now, year over year. So while a lot of restaurants got hurt, the delivery side of the business is just like a rocket ship. It's a hockey stick, guys. So anyway, let me jump into my presentation. I got a lot to cover. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Thanks,
you guys stay on. Stay on. Hey, Walter. Stay on.
Good seeing you, Walter.
Okay, guys. So let me get into some of the things we're doing, and you guys are going to appreciate this. Let me get my notes here. So currently, we went through two things the last couple of days that we're getting feedback from the field, and how do we make things better. So one of the things we came up with that we're going to introduce in about a week, we just sent everything, we did the layouts, we're in the middle of the programming of this. We're going to create a side hustle marketer and a pro marketer. It's the same price, $39.99. This is for people that don't want to drive. So you don't have to go through the process of filling out the application, the background search, all of that stuff, getting your merchant account and all that stuff, because you don't need it. So that went over to the programmers last night. My guess, because it's a holiday, it won't get picked up on until Monday, Tuesday. Probably by the time we get it back, it's going to be Wednesday. If we approve it and it's been tested and works in the sandbox, then we'll launch that. So that goes through Q&A, and then it also goes through the Apple Store and Google Play. So you can see the process that we deal with. So when we make a change, it's not just immediate because we have apps to download. But this is going to be an important program for those of you who do not want to drive. So we're going to make it really easy for you to get into the system, get going, start sharing your app, start doing this, the things that you need to do. So that's being introduced. We hope we'll have it up by Friday or Saturday next week. So that's a new program. We're going to introduce it. Reason I'm telling you, because people are asking, how do I do this? Because I don't want to drive. So that's one thing. The other thing we did yesterday, we went through the sign up process in the restaurant, because it's not difficult, but it's cumbersome. And you have to sometimes go forward to go backwards. That is not a good, user experience. So we went through the whole, printed out every single step in the process. And by the way, all this is going to be by steps. So you'll see step 1, step 2, step 3 on the marketer. There's only 4 steps to become a marketer, and virtually there's only 1 page you have to fill out. The other ones are clicks. On the sign up for the restaurant, we took out about 4 pages in the sign up process. And we were able to consolidate, build a new flow. That went out last night also. These are the 2 big gets that are important to understand. They will be also probably up and running by the end of next week, also in the restaurant side. Doesn't mean you have to stop. You can sign up restaurants, does all the same stuff. We're just making the user experience easy. So don't stop in your tracks, because I got about 20 different text, email messages, and you guys are starting to, get into the game right now. So don't slow yourself down at all. So those are the 2 things I want to talk about. Those are important because that allows you to get through the sign up process and get people onboarded, right? So another things we're working on are FAQs. So I don't know if they're up this morning yet, but we sent, we took the FAQs down that were up there, and we looked at them and we said, well, it's not as relevant because a lot of it was towards the ride share. So we recreated the FAQs. They should go up today if they're not already up. It's very shortened version. It only deals with deliveries. So that's being updated, and we're going to update those weekly. So when somebody says to me, what market's going to open or this kind of thing, you guys have to take the burden off the company because that information is already available. So you just got to read the FAQs. So, and I know it's easier to just pick up the phone or type them in, hey, what's this, what's that? But that kind of process slows us down, because that's why we put up information in the back office. I want to reiterate a couple things because I still get the questions on legacy or influencer. Until you sign up all the way through the process, you will not see it in the back office. When you get charged $1, it triggers everything. So if you're a legacy or influencer, it'll show it. It'll show your stock option awards if you're legacy. Once you click on and pay the $1.
The $1. So many of you got approved for a driver, and then you say, oh, I don't see it. You have to pay your $1 or you're not.
You have to choose your plan. It's right on there. Yeah. But if you do that, you'll see it. And if you don't see it after you do that, then notify support. And Evelyn's people will, research, put you in. But look, I seriously doubt if there's more than, if there's 8 or 9 or 10 people that we're missing on the, we have over 2,000 in the database now. That's just the stock issuance award for options, over 2,000. So we've got a very small list. And then also yesterday or day before, I was informed because of the nature of our business, the way we issue the driver their own merchant account, we thought you could still use ITIN number. You can only use a social security number on that. So just know that, and that's what it is. And I know a lot of people are worried because that they may be here not working legally, and they're concerned about that. So if you got a green card, you can easily get a social security number, I would think, or some type of number. And I'm going to have our people research that so I can give you correct information what to do about that.
Not just the driver, anyone that gets paid.
Yeah. Well, anybody that gets a commission is for sure going to have to give a social security number, because it's illegal if we pay people and we don't have their social. because that one side of the business on the driver merchant side, we don't file the 1099. The card processor does. That's why they're a stickler on it. But on the other side of the business, we do file a 1099. So we need that information to hand out. Some of the things that I want to talk about, there are a number of people that are willing to help people. And these are some of the things that they're doing. Michael Rempus, I hope I didn't butcher your name, Michael.
Michael Rupkalvis in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
He has left his email. You guys can email him, michael@businessopportunity.com, and he will help you make this personalized flyers with your information. He's offering his services to help you if you don't know how to make the flyer. So I'll post it on the social media after his email, but it's michael@businessopportunity.com. Thank you, Michael.
And he can put the QR code on there. He can help you any way you want, no charge. It's being a team member, which I love because it's more powerful. I tell our people all the time internally in the company, and they probably get tired of hearing it from me. But if I'm in a room by myself and I'm thinking through a process, that's great. I got one brain. If I have 5 people in the room, now I got 5 brains or 10 brains. It's a lot more powerful in a team environment because we learn from each other. We have different questions, different thought processes. People might see one thing one way and another way. And a good example of that is, look, we went through the whole sign-up process in restaurants, and we're smoothing it out to make the user experience intuitive and creative and like that. So that's what you get when you have people that are, engaged in your business. So anyway, so Michael's volunteered to do that. Amy went ahead and just made a few things.
I'm not a graphic designer.
Yeah, she followed Walters and Denny's. So she put this together. You can see there's a blank space for a QR code. She's going to just put the template up, and then you guys can kind of put your own personal touch to it. You can put your own QR code in there.
Or you can make your own. I'm just trying to help you out.
She's just trying to show you. The TripDelivers logo is, I think, is posted now in the back office.
It is not posted yet. David
Okay.
Caldwell just asked that. It will be up there on Sunday, I believe Sunday night.
Okay. So right now, just so you guys know, we work about probably 20 hours a day on tech because we have 2 teams. So one group works during the day and one group works at night. This is a holiday weekend. Some of our teammates had to get some time off for family, which is understandable. Vipasha, who does our QA,
Who works 24 hours.
who is terrific. She's a new mom, but she needed to get away. She went camping actually. And so there's some people out, but we'll be on top this Monday. And next week will be a big week because we'll have a lot of this other stuff done.
But David, you can email me at amy@TripDelivers if you want it today, and I will send any of you that want that logo. I will email it to you over the weekend. So amy@TripDelivers.com. But don't send me an email and ask me a million questions. I'm just going to send you the logo.
Yeah. So let me answer some questions here. Nashville, by the way, I just want to congratulate the guys in Nashville. They signed 2 restaurants yesterday and 1 the day before.
And then there's also Boston.
Boston, probably Eris must have opened Boston up.
Scott Jones wants to know if we're going to have a walkthrough for the restaurant onboarding process.
Yeah, we're not only going to have a walkthrough, we're going to actually do a video. The reason we haven't done the video is exactly what I was telling you about. We're trying to get the flow right. So now that we have it right, once that comes back up, we'll walk you through the flow, every step of the way. So you can watch that video. Probably won't take, that video probably less than 3 minutes long, and you'll see it because we've smoothed out, all the processes. So yeah, we'll have a video on that, but you can't get them until you really get it right.
Also, Scott Jones, what do we do after the merchant pays their $1? You did your job.
Yeah, you did your job. When the merchant pays the $1, he's going to be informed. Where's the document? So this document was a rough draft of that. What they'll see in the back when their sign up process, it'll actually be on a waterfall. So it'll be this way, but we just put it this way together. So this shows you your choices. You can buy a membership. You can get the activation fee. It tells you exactly you're going to pay $1, and when it goes live, it's $148.99. Same thing over here. So those are the things that we're doing. Once you sign them up on the $1, then Courtney will get a notice immediately via, text or email, however it's set up, depends on how she's receiving her messages. And then she goes to work. She then sees the merchant panel. She starts doing what she needs to do. And then she hands that off to Arts Group. Then Arts Group will make the phone call, welcome the restaurant owner or whoever it is, welcome to Trip, all that kind of stuff. Here's our number if you need us, but here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm following up. I'll get you up on the POS system if that's available to us. We'll get them up on POS, or we'll send out a tablet when they're activated. So you don't have to do much more than that. The big get is getting in there, doing the pitch, closing them, get them signed up, and then from there we'll take care of all the customer care experience that they're gonna need. But just so you know, I'm a big stickler about customer care. Two things that drive this business, I just said this 10 minutes ago on a call. Two things that drive this business, that drive success, is the business model itself is so powerful. That's number one. But number two, right next to it, is the user experience. And that's customer service. How do we react? Don't you feel good when somebody calls you and says, hey, I want to take care of an issue you have, or hey, welcome aboard. They got a smile on their face. You want to do business with people like that. And we want to be that guy, that company that gives them a user experience instead of what there's out there in the marketplace. When an industry that's doing 30 billion or 40 billion a year around the world and nobody's profitable is a problem. And the problem is it gets back to the business model. We have that solution. And let me tell you, we have it built in the model itself. It's just so powerful. I can't even tell you. We do not even touch on, and I got Eris hits me up every morning. He sent me over another article. I love it because you guys help me shortcut any research I have to do to keep up. But the gig economy is being hammered by California on rideshare, and they're going to try to make those people employees. Over 75% of drivers don't want that. They want their freedom instead of being scheduled. So that's a kind of a death knell. Now they're talking about going after delivery business. We don't encroach on any of that. You guys are all independent. That's why we built the system. So the process is you get your own merchant account. We don't get between you and your money. So you're totally have control of everything that you want to do. And that's really the test. And we will not have any of these kinds of issues. I mean, they may try to come after us, but at the end of the day, they're not, it's not going to happen because we have so many other built-in things that, precludes us. You, the driver, you, the restaurant, are totally independent. So,
where is the QR code created?
Where's the QR code created? Here's what I'd recommend that you do. Okay. And this is about being an entrepreneur. Go to Google, type in QR, how do I make a QR code? And then Google will tell you. And if you can't find it there, go to YouTube, type in YouTube, and ask for the same thing. You'll find it and it'll teach you. Here's the thing, I can tell you, but it's not going to matter if I tell you. If you look it up, you did the work, you're going to put it in your brain up here and you're going to know the answer. And then when you find that out, share that with everybody that knows. Now that's one of the questions on the FAQs. Did they get that up?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, and it's on there on the QR code.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things you got to do. If you want to succeed, you have to do the work. It's real simple. I've been saying this for 50 years. There's no substitute for hard work. None at all.
Okay.
But you guys are going to just start to blow it up. I got up this morning. I had, like I said, 20 text messages from 20 different people. First guy hit me was Eris, and then just kept flooding in. L. Walker was on there this morning. I asked him if he was going to soar like an eagle this morning.
What about the folks that don't want to drive but signed up as a bike? Do we need to do anything else? You still need to go on and be a pro driver, Mike. You got to pay your $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to drive, if you don't, when we put up,
you got to wait for the marketer.
Then you got to wait for the marketer by the end of next week, and you can re-sign up. Don't worry, you won't lose any data or anything.
Liliana, good morning. I see that on the consumer app has a bike and a scooter for delivery. Can we register someone to deliver with a bike?
Yes, you can do bike delivery, scooter delivery, car delivery. And ultimately, as we get into other kinds of delivery services, whether it's RX or pet or you know, any kind of consumer products, consumer electronics, whatever, as we start locking in with some of these other people. That our goal here is to keep you guys so busy, you know, that you're doing rides all the time. That's our goal. So, and if we get checked into a lot of the retailers, which we'll go after them on the delivery side, because there's a demand out there for that, right? So. We're looking for a couple more.
Coyette, if you're saying that you need, I knew Coyette, you would be asking this.
What do you ask? Hi, Coyette.
If you're saying that you need a social security number, how will international people referral partners be able to sign up?
I think in your case, and we got to look at that, you can use your Canadian social. I don't know if it's called social up there. Let me find out on that, Coyette.
I am passing out business cards I made to drivers and customers. Awesome. Bruno, hi Bruno. In our back office under people list has a user type tab and all riders are classified as restaurant. I think it needs to be changed. All right, we'll take a look at that, Bruno.
This is the kind of information that we need. We need this kind of feedback because again, it goes back to 5 people in a room, 10 people in a room. We have 100 people in the room looking at this stuff. We're going to find issues quicker and solve them quicker, just like we did for the marketer issue, just like we're doing for the restaurant sign up. We're going to be looking at every aspect of our business to make sure that we're really efficient at what we're doing.
I don't think this question makes sense, but anyway, we can embed the referral code on the referral link or download since that does not show up. It does show up when you share your referral code, when you share from your link, you know,
it's already
refer
embedded.
A customer, consumer, refer a driver, refer a merchant, your referral code is automatically inserted. If you would just be talking to Bob and say, hey, go do this, or I'm sitting next to him, I airdrop the app or something, then he has the ability to type in the referral code. The reason it's set up like that is you are not going to be, you're going to be referring thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and you're not going to be able to text them all your link. So you will be able to post on your Instagram. You got to use Instagram. You got to use Facebook. You're going to post your code, and then your people, Bob's going to see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it on his Instagram. And then you're going to go to download the app. And then I can say, oh, I want to make sure I'm with Bob. I'm working with Bob. And I'm going to put in Bob's referral code that way.
So here's the deal. You have to follow up. People will tell, oh yeah, send me the app over, blah, blah, blah. And then you think they downloaded it, or they downloaded it, but never went through they downloaded, but never went through the rest of the transaction to hook you in. Your referral code is embedded in that app. So when you refer and they download and they put their information in, they're with you forever. So you need to follow up with them because people do tell us all the time, hey, I sent my app out and, you know, I don't see it. You know, you don't see it because the person you sent it to didn't follow through and execute. It's really that simple.
So this goes along with the last question about Prince is saying his referral code is not embedded. When you sit next to somebody and you send them the link to refer, you got to sit there and watch them as they go through the process. There's a place for referrer code. And if I just send it to Bob, it will show the referrer code in there automatically. I know you think you're special and it doesn't work for you, but this is technology. It works. I promise you.
If that works on one, it works on all. If it's a problem on one, that's what's frightening about technology. When somebody has a problem and they call the office, I'll give you an example, okay? We put a young woman, I don't know if young, but a lady in our company in a circle for a week. Because she actually tried to use her Instagram photo and it wouldn't read it
for her selfie.
For her selfie. Instead of just taking a selfie and putting it in, she tried to get a photo off her Instagram. Nobody knew that. We couldn't figure out what the problem was because she kept getting rejected. We use AI, artificial intelligence, and facial recognition in the process. That's why as we start to ramp this up, we'll be fully automated sometime the end of next week. So we only deal with exceptions on that side of the business. But anyway, she got in the loop. She passed through 5 or 6 people before anybody realized, hey, maybe there's something wrong with the photo. And then when they found out it was taken on Instagram, and then she took a selfie, they inserted it, and bang, she got approved.
Pam, congratulations. Pam said she signed up her first restaurant a few days ago. They paid the $1, but I don't see them in my back office. So Pam, let me explain the way the system's set up right now. Okay, so this Sunday night, hopefully we're gonna get the flow change. So currently, when you sign up a restaurant, you're sitting with them and they sign up. Then they get an email to go back in and pay their $1. So it kind of breaks up the process, and maybe this is what happened, Pam, is your person didn't go back in and pay the $1. I'm not sure, you might want to follow up with them, so they have to follow that email link. We are changing it so that they won't have to, you still be able to sit there with them. Instead of them having to get an email, it will go directly to the place where they charge the $1, and you'll be able to make sure they pay the $1 right away. It'll trigger our system. Art will call them and say, welcome to Trip, and they'll be, BFF after that. But it might be that they didn't pay their $1, Pam. So if you want to follow up with them.
Have her send you an email who the restaurant
Send
is.
me an email, Pam, and we'll look into it. It's Amy at TripDelivers.
Yes, so these are the nuanced things that we're fixing. We spotted that as a problem as we went through the flow. And that's the reason we went through and knocked a bunch of stuff out and reset everything.
And we don't want to blame it on tech.
No, it's
not.
not.
If you know some tech people, they think differently than normal people. Right? So we're just we're taking your feedback basically from these restaurant signups, and we are putting it so it's a lot smoother. The restaurant doesn't have to wait for their email. They immediately can pay.
And one of the things you guys should think about now that you're starting to get your feet wet, in this process, what we're doing is great because it allows us to fix a lot of little nuanced stuff for the user experience, right? So we got 2.5 weeks under our belt, all that's happening. The other thing you guys got to start doing is start looking at your first and second levels in your back office and contacting people and reach out. There's 110,000 people in our system. So you should be able to reach out to them and start engaging them, get them going. But, we had a call today. Think about this. We're right now, we got about 8 or 9 restaurants in 8 or 9 different cities. So exactly what we wanted to have happen is to light up the whole United States. Remember we first talked about just doing the 3 markets, and you guys said, no, we could do this, we could recruit. So now you can start building it anywhere and everywhere because the system will handle it. It's just got to ramp up. And the only way you're going to get there is get more of your people engaged and working. You benefit by working as a team, obviously. But yeah, we're going to start seeing momentum probably in the next 10 or 15 days. And you're going to get shocked once everybody starts lighting all these restaurants up. And then we'll start opening markets.
I don't know if you want to answer Meredith. Hi, Meredith.
What'd you do?
Meredith doesn't understand how QR codes work.
Okay, Meredith, you need to go to Google and look it up. It's just Google in QR code. How do I build a QR code? Go to the best one probably would be to go to YouTube because I know they have them, and you can just look it up. You guys got to take the time to do that. I can tell you, if I tell you, you won't mark it in your brain. And if you do yourself, you watch the video or you learn how to do it, you'll put it in your brain and somebody's going to ask you and you'll go, hey, I know how to do that. Let me help you.
Scott, you have good questions. You're working it, Scott. In the restaurant app, there is a section where it says suggest a missing store. What is that? I put in stores in there. Where does that go? I don't think that goes anywhere currently.
I don't know. That's a good question. So there you go. You found something we need to address.
Let me look. Oh, yeah. I see where you're looking.
Where?
So right here, suggest a missing store. So that might be something that I know, like Clark did.
Oh yeah. So you could put in your own store if you want.
And then corporate will say, oh, people want this store on TripDelivers, and then we'll send out our team to sign them up.
No.
Just kidding.
No, but that you can put a missing store. Maybe it's not in the database, but you saw it, but I'll find out on Monday or Tuesday exactly where that goes.
Maybe we get a list.
So Scott, make sure you bring that back up next time I get back on.
Liliana, where do we go to register them for bike delivery?
Same process. You sign up, the same exact process. When you get in there, you'll see, Amy's going to pull it up. You'll see an icon for a bicycle, a scooter, a car.
Well, I can't on your phone.
Yeah.
I'm not a driver. I'm a consumer.
Yeah.
Bob's, well, we haven't done his driver, but
Yeah, I got to do that.
yeah, it's on our list. We got a long list to
Yeah.
do. Okay, so there's your white TripDelivers app. And then here it comes up to fill out your information. So here, when you get down here, it has different modes of transportation. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
And you scroll over, there's a scooter, there's the van, there's a truck, and at the very end, there's a bicycle. So the bicycle you won't have, you do have to put in your ID.
Yeah.
And your
You have to
social.
identify yourself and your social.
But I don't believe you put in insurance or registration.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you won't have insurance or registration on the bike.
Can we have a copy of the 25,000 bonus program? Yes, go to social media.
It's on social media. Posted in the back
It's
office
yes, it's in the back office.
under marketing materials.
Mhm.
So it's in the back office under marketing materials. A lot of you ask these questions and you haven't even been in your back office in so long.
Somebody asked me yesterday, what is my back office?
Yeah, and they've signed up. So we want to help, but you got to go there. So you go to the website, you log in, you'll get an OTP, which is a one-time passcode. It'll be sent directly to your phone. You log in and then you're in your back office and you can search around. You ought to spend some time back there if you haven't and get familiar. There's about 8 or 10 items on the left-hand nav bar that have documentation that help you understand the business terms of service. All those kinds of things are in there. There's PowerPoints, there's videos, there's a help center.
And Shanna walks through it.
Yeah.
So that tells me you haven't been to Shanna's
And then
training.
you've got your My Profile. So you need to update that. If you have to update it, put in current information, you can edit yourself. You can look at your legacy. You can see your stock options with a certificate. There's all kinds of stuff. The e-wallet's back there. So you got to sign up for the e-wallet. If you want to get paid, you're going to have to sign up for the e-wallet. It's the only way we're going to send money. And that is automatic. When we send money, it's there immediately. When you click the button, it's there. And then you can direct your money wherever you want it to go, whether it's a debit card, bank account, ACH, whatever it is. We want you to have empowerment to control your business. That's our end goal. You control your money, you control your business.
Hi, John. If a restaurant signs up, do they have to sign up as a rider as well to refer their customers?
No,
They can refer.
they can refer.
They will get their own refer.
They can refer their app to all their customers. And you make money on that.
Oh, thank you, Lorene. Lorene is helping Meredith.
Okay, great. See, now there's a good team experience right there.
You guys got to help each other.
Reach out to each
Wonderful.
other because you're not in competition. Just let me tell you how much you're not in competition. There's 1 million restaurants. They're talking about the 200,000 may never open again. That's 800,000 restaurants. It's way more than that would be. You'd have to have 100% of the market. And we're not looking for 100% of the market. We're only looking for 10 to 15% of the market.
Koyette, can I still promote until you have the answer?
Yes, absolutely. Koyat, you're a superstar, dude.
Because he's got a couple restaurants.
I'm still coming to see you in Toronto once COVID's over.
Go see Phantom.
My grandson and I were going to go to Toronto this summer. He's a 10-year-old going on 11, terrific baseball fan. So we had 5 parks picked out. Toronto was one of them. Cubs, obviously. Then we were going to Boston, Yankees, and to Baltimore. But unfortunately, COVID came. And so next year, we're going to be doing that trip.
David, yes. Everyone from South Florida, let's get to work. You have the most drivers in South Florida.
You have 19,000 people in the database just in South Florida.
Yeah, but 0 restaurants so far.
Yeah, so Tomas is on it. I had a good call with him yesterday. He's getting his people going. He's, can drive revenue growth down there. Anybody in South Florida, you got a deep pockets in there with drivers. And I guarantee you, out of those 19,000, that probably 2/3 of them aren't even working in rideshare right now because of what's going on. Some of them transitioned over to food, but there's no reason. You got a deep pocket there of people that you can go to and ignite them and light it up.
Denny, I know that what your name is now on YouTube, Denny. What is the website you need to go to in regards to having trouble sending your referral code? So what we were recommending is Bitly. There's also TinyURL. There's also somebody on here was talking about the other day, and this is more if you're tech,
Yeah,
you
create
can
your own
make your
website.
own website and share it. And then that way, you know that you can't get blocked.
But for now, I just tiny URL or bit.ly, you just copy and paste, and it'll translate into a smaller URL that'll work. We've already filed for, we have to get short code. That's going to solve all the problems. So
we're working on it.
Yeah, and it's been filed. We just have to get through the process. Unfortunately, when you're AT&T or T-Mobile, they just take their sweet time.
Once they, I like your name, Safe Rides 24/7. Once they download the app, do our codes stay in their phone even if they don't sign up?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it's embedded in there that you refer them.
That's why there's no changing the embedded code.
How long does it take before you see the person in your back office after they download the app? They have to sign up.
If they go through the sign up process and they pay their $1, it should be automatic.
No, even if they're a consumer.
Oh, if they're a consumer, yeah.
But they can't just download it. They have
Yeah.
to put in their information,
Yeah.
and then it should be instant.
Yeah.
And if it's not Lloyd, if you know somebody, by the way, Lloyd, I like your mask. He's the one that
Oh,
had the
dude,
mask.
that was a great mask. I love it.
I got to find out where you got that so I could get one for Bob.
See anything else?
Okay, Pam said they did send the $1. Okay, Pam, send me an email, Amy@TripDelivers, and I will find out about it today. It could be, I could tell you other thing it could be is the batching, because sometimes it doesn't get batched for 24 hours.
Okay.
So that could be
But
another reason.
send her the
But send me
information.
an
We can
email.
research. We got to make
But
sure.
congratulations, Pam. I hope it's your first of millions, right?
Absolutely. Anything else?
I sat by people with Sprint, T-Mobile, and Metro TCS, and they never received my invitation. Yep.
What's that?
They're not receiving his referral code.
Who is it?
Prince, what kind of phone do you have? He said he sat by, what kind of service? I sat by people with Sprint, T-Mobile, and Metro PCS, and they never received my invitation. That's what we were just talking about with the bit.ly and the tiny URL, or you can get a website and create it that way. Until we get the short code, that's the other reason we're promoting do the QR code, because we know the QR code works.
Right.
So these are things that are workarounds that we're giving you until we get the approved for the short code.
Yeah.
In the restaurant app, there is a section. Okay, we don't have a restaurant app. We have a consumer or a driver app.
Right.
So let me know which one you mean. I'm assuming the consumer. There is a section where it says suggest a missing store. We already answered that, Scott. Yeah. You got to listen.
Okay. Well, listen, guys, we've been on for 45 minutes, actually 50 minutes. Again, good information. We're working on. I'm probably not going to come back on until Wednesday next week. The reason Monday's a holiday. So by the time everybody's back in the flow, it'll be Tuesday. And I know I won't have information Tuesday to talk about. I'll have some, but usually midday by the time tech starts, we start doing our management calls and I get updated on everything. So I'll be back online on Wednesday. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. If you got questions, go to support, go to Amy, whatever you need, we'll research and get back to you. But for now, we've got most of the stuff that we think is really important.
Lloyd wants to know, where can he find a database for restaurants?
Oh,
Lloyd, go to Postmates, go to Grubhub, go to Uber Eats. All of those people, if they're signed up with them, they're paying an exorbitant amount to be on their service. And as soon as you come in and you tell them about how much money they're going to save, done. They will drop all the other guys. So there's a list right there for you.
Where's that influencer book?
I don't know what you did with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, a couple quick things. I had 2 books. One was on influencing, which is a great book. I think I showed it to you guys a week or 2 ago. This is another one. It's called, and these are like paperbacks, so they're not expensive. It's a very short book. It's 200 and, I don't know, 20 pages or something. And it's by the Andrew Grove. If you haven't heard of him, he was the founder and CEO of Intel. But this is called High Output Management. And it's an easy read. And some you don't need to read all at once. You can even flip through and skip sections. It's just real world experience, how this guy built his business and what it takes. If you take these books like this, or the ones you guys are reading, these will help you understand the business process, what kind of energy level it takes. To be successful, you have to have energy, and you have to, even when you don't want to be, you're going to have to be. And that's a discipline you'll learn over time. But these are all tools to help you. And what I'll do probably, you know, as we get closer to Christmas, I'll probably have some books I'll post up for you guys that are good reads. It's not, these are very, very easy. Like Focus is another one that's great. Well, let me see one more second.
Bruno, I'm going to send you, I've got your email. I'll send you the document, but I know it's on our social media and it is in the back office, but I will send it to you. Koyed had a suggestion. If you're having a problem with the apps, you can use Linktree. That's another thing you could use for referral. Sal is having a problem with the quick card. So we do know you need to contact support at quickcard.me. And they will help you. It's something about when you're logging in, it is not the same login. Shanna went over this on her training. You assume it's the same login, and it's not. You have to make your own login there. So that seems to be the problem.
And the reason it's your own login, we do not store any banking information, credit cards, social security numbers on our site. They're all off on third-party, high-level security. So, you know, to prevent us hacking. So that's why you have to set your own account up on your e-wallet itself, because that's to you and you only. We don't want somebody, like I know a lot of people share their back office with people. You know, they say, "Oh, come look at my back office." You use it as a recruiting tool. You know, look at all the information. That's why it's set up that way. So that's a secured inside your back office, unless they had your passcodes and everything, they couldn't get in. And that information, once again, is stored off-site. In fact, the way this works is we don't even though it looks like we're taking money through our system, we really don't. It's called tokenization. So we're just moving tokens that have value back and forth. So there's no real cash that can get interrupted.
Quick card, hold on, there was another. Oh, Harry, I got good news for you. Nobody is signed up in Glendale, Arizona. So you can go to any restaurant and sign them up.
Yeah, there's probably between Phoenix and Tucson, 12,000 restaurants or something.
And Prescott, and Gold Canyon.
And Amy and I we love Las Vegas, Arizona. But we love Arizona. We've been, you know, traveled through Arizona. Amy graduated from Embry-Riddle in Prescott. I don't know if you guys know, but she's a pilot.
I'm retired.
She's a retired pilot, but you know, she graduated with a degree in aeronautics. So she's very skilled at flying. That's what we're doing here.
Sal, you don't have an answer if your driver's status is approved. Go ahead and send me an email because I'll check on it for you today. It's Amy at TripDelivers.
Okay, we got to get on.
And we'll hold on. There's a couple more things real quick. Sarah, hey, have you posted the form for the restaurant promotion that we did yesterday?
We updated the form in the back office is printable. You can use that and you can just take a picture of it and email it in to support if you sign somebody up that way. Once this new flow is up, I'm going to advise everybody to use electronic because then it makes your life way easy. It makes our life real easy. The sign up process will be a lot simpler. One quick thing, I did find the book Influencer. This is another great little book. If you get a chance.
And it's on Audible.
Yeah, you can, if you're doing a lot of drive time in your car.
We're going to listen to it.
Yeah, so it's on Audible too. So it makes it a lot easier, obviously, if you can drive and listen.
One thing, Maxim in Orlando, I want to hook you up with Michael on here, Michael at businessopportunity.com. You guys can work together. And there is nobody in Orlando yet. So you got the whole market. You can sign up anybody you want to. And Lloyd is going to send you a mask.
Okay.
We'll give you our address. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't tell people I'm a pilot. Bob tells everybody.
Yeah, because I'm proud of her. I mean, you don't go, that's the #1 aeronautical school in the world. And she graduated from there. And, you know, she's really, really smart. She's a smart person in the family, believe me. So anyway, everybody, listen, have a great Labor Day weekend. Get after it and spend some good time with your family over the weekend if you can. And then I'll see you guys next Wednesday. If you need me, I'm out and about, and we're just going to keep driving the train, and we're getting there very, very at a good pace. The pace will start picking up this week and then the following week. And you'll see we'll have 1,000 restaurants before you know it around the country. And then we'll start zeroing in on 500-600 per market. We can launch the whole country this way. But anyway, have a great one. I'll catch up with you guys later. Thank you.